This is my post-fight reaction to Shaqy Foster versus Robson Conceicao. It was a very good fight. Conceicao came out blasted. I thought he started off fast, a little too fast, because he's an older man now, and his conditioning, his tempo has never been high, but his conditioning just isn't at a point where he can just come out and fight that kind of way. He was fighting early in the first 2 rounds. You can't really do that for 12 rounds at the age he's at. And Shaqy Foster was locked in. I know a lot of people was thinking, oh man, he's not doing enough. And Conceicao was grabbing the entire fight. And you could tell when people are one-sided when they're looking at the fight. People were looking at everything Shaqy Foster wasn't doing. It wasn't looking at everything Conceicao was doing. The man held on an entire fight to the point where Shaqy Foster has his arms out and he's still grabbing him. He held the man for the entire fight and didn't get a point taken away. Did the referee do a bad job? No, he didn't do a bad job, but he could have cleaned it up a lot more. Come on, man. A whole fight you go and somebody don't get a point taken away. But that referee, he's lenient though. He's not really a person who's, every referee's different. So I think his name is Taylor. Taylor doesn't really go out there and just put any kind of fight in a situation where, yeah, well, if we're gonna fight like this, I'm gonna take a point away. He doesn't do stuff like that. He'll work with you. But a lot of these other guys, they don't really work with you. They'll take a point away immediately. Like when Rolly was doing the situation with what's his name? Pitbull. And he kept holding. When Rolly was holding with Pitbull, they took a point away immediately. They took a point away immediately. They weren't waiting on him. They weren't really playing. They take points away like that all the time. It happens a lot. So I definitely felt like Conceicao was getting away with a lot of grabbing and holding after he was gassing out. Because he was fighting most of the time the first 6 rounds. But he gassed out and he couldn't do it anymore. He definitely struggled, man. He gassed out and it was a good performance by him, but Shaqy Foster just showed up, man. Just a way better fighter. He's at another level. He does a lot of good things, man. He's growing, still a fighter who doesn't have the amateur background that Conceicao has. For him to be a fighter who really doesn't have that kind of background and to go out there and outbox a guy like Conceicao, especially knowing that Conceicao, a person who didn't want to let go of that belt, it's a good thing, man. It really was. It really was. He needed that. He needed that experience, that adversity. I think it made him stronger. Conceicao knew he was tough. Even though they had their back and forths, you could tell after this situation, Conceicao realized, man, I had a tough fight with Shaqy Foster. He was real tough. Very tough fighter. And not only is he tough, man, this guy really has went through a lot of situations where he was supposed to lose. And the fact that he didn't lose in this situation is a good thing. But it's a lot of situations where people are saying he's supposed to lose, he should lose. He's not really a good fighter like that. He's not really aggressive. But most of the time, he's got knockdowns toward the end of his fights. When other guys have tried to engage, he's never had a problem engaging in fights. That's never been an issue. And I know he says don't get hit, but he gets hit a lot. He definitely does get hit a lot. It's not like he's missing a lot of punches, but he does miss a lot of punches. But he does get hit a lot as well. But I think it was a very good performance by Shaqy Foster. He did a very good job. And he put himself out there, man. He really put that fight on his back because they had him losing after the first 4 or 5 rounds. They had him losing. And those scorecards, man, I might talk about those tomorrow. But those scorecards, definitely not going to be able, man, them scorecards are trash, bro. I'm not even finna talk about it. Them scorecards were horrible. Split decision. But yeah, anyways, man, it was a great performance by Foster. I think that as well, Conceicao did a good job. And he showed that he's still a great fighter and that he's gonna be an all time for this era. A guy who faced everybody and fought the toughest guys. But it was a good performance by Foster. I was hoping he could have gotten the knockdown or the stoppage, but yeah, because Conceicao wasn't going for it. He definitely wasn't. He almost got stopped, but he held on. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.